The first time I heard my name, I thought it was my imagination. It was a Wednesday night, around 11:40 p.m. I was in the kitchen rinsing dishes before bed. The house was quiet except for the low hum of the refrigerator. Then I heard it. Jason. Soft, muffled, like it came from another room. I froze. I live alone. No TV on, no music playing, no open windows. I stood still for several seconds. Nothing. Just silence. I shook it off. Old house, I told myself. Sounds carry strangely. Pipes shift. Wood expands. I finished the dishes and turned off the lights. As I walked toward the hallway, I heard it again. Jason. This time it was clearer. It didn't echo. It didn't distort. It sounded exactly like someone standing inside my garage. My stomach tightened. The garage is attached to the house. There's a door from the kitchen that leads directly into it. That door was closed, locked. I stared at it. Silence again. Then a faint scraping sound, like something brushing lightly against metal. I grabbed my phone and opened the garage camera feed. I installed it last year after someone broke into cars on our street. The feed loaded. The garage looked normal. My car parked inside. Tool shelves on the left. Storage boxes stacked near the wall. No one visible. I turned up the volume on the live feed. Nothing but static hum. Then, a faint whisper through the speaker. Jason. My heart slammed in my chest. The voice didn't sound like it came from inside the garage physically. It sounded like it came through the camera microphone, like someone was standing close to it. I backed away from the door slowly. "Who's there?" I called out. My voice sounded too loud in the quiet house. No response. I zoomed in on the camera view. Everything looked still, but something felt off. The angle. The camera was mounted high in the corner. Usually it shows the entire garage floor. Now it seemed slightly tilted, lower, like it had been adjusted. I didn't remember touching it. The voice came again, soft, almost patient. Jason. I felt a wave of nausea. It wasn't angry, it wasn't urgent. It sounded like someone calling a friend from the next room. I grabbed the baseball bat from the hall closet, walked back toward the garage door. My hands were shaking. I unlocked it slowly, opened it just an inch. The garage light was off, completely dark except for a thin strip of light from the kitchen. "Hello?" I called. Nothing. I flipped the garage light switch. The overhead lights flickered on. The garage looked exactly the same as the camera feed. Empty, still, no movement. I stepped inside cautiously, checked behind the car, behind storage boxes. Nothing. The garage door leading outside was still locked from the inside. No signs of forced entry. I walked toward the camera. It was slightly angled downward, not much, but enough that the top corner of the garage wasn't visible anymore. I reached up and adjusted it back to its original position. Then I noticed something small. On the workbench under the camera. A piece of paper, folded once. I didn't leave anything there earlier. My pulse quickened. I unfolded it. 2 words. Turn around. My body went cold. I didn't move immediately. I didn't want to. Every nerve in my body screamed not to. But I turned slowly. The garage was empty. The door to the kitchen was still open. Light spilling in. No one standing there. No one behind me. I checked the camera feed again. Still live. Still empty. Then my phone buzzed. Motion detected. Garage. The notification timestamp read 11:52 p.m. But I was already standing inside the garage. I opened the clip. It showed the garage. Empty. Then, at 11:51:58 p.m., 2 seconds before I entered, the garage light turned on by itself, and someone walked into frame. It was dark and grainy, but the silhouette was clear. Same height as me, same build. It stepped toward the camera, leaned close, and whispered into it. Jason. Then the clip ended. I felt like my lungs weren't working, because if that footage was accurate, then someone had been in my garage seconds before I walked in and somehow left without passing me. I rushed back inside the house, locked the door, double-checked every window, every lock. I called the police. They searched the garage, the yard, the street. Nothing. No footprints, no open fences, no tampered locks. The officer suggested maybe someone had hidden earlier and slipped out when I went inside. But there's only one exit from the garage, and I was standing in it. That night I didn't sleep. At exactly 12:17 a.m., my bedroom door creaked slightly open. At 12:17 a.m., my bedroom door creaked open. Not fast, not forced, slow, like someone pushing it gently from the hallway. I was sitting upright in bed, lights off, bat beside me. I hadn't fallen asleep. I had been staring at the door since I got back from the garage, so I know what I saw. The handle turned, slowly. The door moved inward about 3 inches, then stopped. I didn't breathe. I didn't blink. Jason. The voice came from the hallway, not through a speaker, not through the camera, from the hallway, soft, calm, close. I felt like my entire body had turned to ice. The hallway light was off, but there was enough glow from the streetlight outside to see a faint outline through the gap. Something was standing there, just beyond the door frame, not fully visible, just a shadow blocking the faint light. I reached for my phone slowly and turned on the hallway camera feed. The screen loaded. The hallway was empty, completely empty. My bedroom door was closed in the feed. Closed. But in front of me, it was open. 3 inches. I felt like I was losing control of reality. I looked back at the door, still open, still showing that faint shadow. Then I looked at the phone again. The feed showed nothing, just the hallway wall, the closed door. I whispered, "Who's there?" Silence. Then, a soft chuckle. Not loud, not mocking, just amused. The door moved another inch inward. The shadow shifted slightly. I forced myself out of bed. Every step felt heavy, unreal. As I approached the door, the voice spoke again. "You fixed the camera." The air left my lungs. It knew. It knew I had adjusted the garage camera angle. I reached the door and yanked it open fully. The hallway was empty, completely empty. No one there, no movement, no sound. I checked the bathroom, closet, laundry room, nothing. Then I heard something else. From the garage, a faint metallic click, like the garage door unlocking. I ran toward the kitchen. The door to the garage was closed, locked. I unlocked it and stepped inside quickly. The garage was dark again, light off. I flipped it on, empty. But the exterior garage door, the large one that leads to the driveway, was open. About 6 inches. I never leave it open, never. Cold air drifted in from outside. I walked toward it cautiously. Then I noticed something on the concrete floor, near my car. Bare footprints, dusty, leading from the back corner of the garage to the exterior door, and then outside. I stepped closer, compared the size. They matched mine, exactly. Same length, same shape. I slowly stepped backward. My heart was racing uncontrollably, because if those were my footprints, that meant someone had been standing in my garage, barefoot, watching me, using my name, and walking out calmly while I was inside the house. I checked the driveway camera, opened the clip from minutes ago. The garage door was closed, no visible movement. Then at 12:18 a.m., the garage door opened slightly, but no one walked out. The driveway remained empty. The door slowly closed again, on its own. I replayed it 3 times. No figure visible, just the door moving. I stepped outside. The driveway was empty, street quiet, no neighbors out, no cars parked nearby, nothing. I went back inside and locked everything, every bolt, every chain, every window. I didn't sleep at all. At 3:07 a.m., my phone buzzed again. Motion detected, garage. I opened the live feed. The garage was empty, but the camera angle had changed. It was tilted downward again, like someone had adjusted it. I hadn't touched it. Then, slowly, a hand entered the top corner of the frame, reaching toward the camera. The same skin tone as mine, the same shape. It adjusted the camera slightly, so it was angled perfectly toward the garage entrance. Then the hand withdrew. I stared at the screen. The garage door was closed. The kitchen door to the garage was closed. No one visible. Then the voice came through the camera speaker, clear, whispered directly into the microphone. "You lock it wrong." The same words from before. My body went numb. I ran to the garage immediately, opened the door, lights on, empty. But the camera was angled differently again, facing the door into the house, like it wanted to watch me. I backed away slowly, because something finally clicked in my mind. It wasn't trying to get in. It wasn't trying to hurt me. It was practicing, learning the layout, learning my movements, learning my voice, learning my name. The police came again the next day. They reviewed the footage. They saw the door move. They saw the camera shift, but they said there was no visible person, no evidence of entry. They suggested stress, sleep deprivation, technical glitches. I changed the locks anyway, installed new cameras, different brand, different system. For 3 nights, nothing happened. On the 4th night, at exactly 11:40 p.m., as I stood in the kitchen, I heard it again. From behind me, not from the garage, not from the hallway, right behind me, close to my ear, soft, calm. Jason. I didn't turn around. I didn't react, because I finally understood something. It doesn't need to enter the garage anymore. It doesn't need to stand in the hallway. It doesn't need to knock. It already knows the inside. It's not outside the house, and it never was. This was Midnight Whispers. If you ever hear your name in an empty house, make sure it's really you answering.